Here we have the front box of the ADV2 Floatwheel, and we're going to, in this video, remove the LCM from the front box. So we've taken out all the screws, the lid's loose, so we're going to pick the box up, hold on to it carefully and flip it over. You can see here I've put the plastic over the contacts for the foot pad sensor so that they don't get damaged. We've put a box just behind the front box here so that we can lift the lid and rest it on that box when we open it up. I don't want the lid to fall back over the behind, because this is a perfect example here. This is the antenna for the Bluetooth antenna. It's actually stuck onto the box on the inside there normally, and as you can see, when it's stuck on, there's not a lot of lead for it, and sometimes it gets broken if it's stuck well. Mine fortunately was loose anyway, so it wasn't a problem to me, but that's one that's likely to get broken. Also, your power switch cable, it's really a bit short, so if the lid falls over, you risk damaging that wire, so that's why we put it up onto the box to rest it. The first thing we're going to do is that we're going to disconnect the power, which is this red lead here. So I like to use the pliers. If it's never been apart before, it's fairly tight. You grip each end, twist it through 90 degrees, and then you can just wiggle them apart gently. Yeah. Now you can try it to pull it by hand. Now I find the first time I did it, I tried to use my own strength, pull it apart, which I got it apart eventually, but my hands just flew apart, and I can see that's why people might be breaking wires trying to pull these things apart, because when they're new, they're very stiff. I find using the pliers, you've got more control and you can feel it getting close to releasing, and they're not exerting so much pressure on them and causing things to go everywhere. So that's got rid of our power cable. The next thing we'll do is to cycle the power switch a couple of times to drain our capacitors, these things here. Once we've done that, we can remove that wire before it doesn't need any more strain put on it than it's already got. It's a bit of an awkward one because it's got a clip. Might remove the one in front, it's a clip as well. The clip's on the front, pull that out, and then you can get to your power switch. Right, let's get rid of that. The next one we'll get rid of these two LED switches up this end, so that's your front and rear lights. The next ones we'll do these two up this end. The middle one of this set of three is your foot pad sensor, and the other one is your lights for on your front foot pad, so your sensor lights. These ones also has a simple tab that you press to pull it out. From there on, everything's color coded, and they only go in one spot. So there's only really four, or 2 and 2, that you can get mixed up. It's the foot pad sensor up here, and the light bar on your front foot pad, and up here you've got your front and rear LEDs. Everything else is either color coded or it's just only one place for that plug to go. So we'll take that plug out. All these color coded ones, they've been off a few times, but it's still fairly tight, so go for the pliers, twist, and then jiggle them apart. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, now we're not held by much, just this black one down here. Again, we'll have to use our pliers, it's a big one. Now we have it, it's released as such. Now, apparently these are being sent out to replace people with issues in the early stages, but it seems like going forward, Tony's going to send out not the whole board, but just send the part which happens to be the bottom part here to resolve the problems that he's been having. So the next video we'll do will be to pull this apart and replace that bottom board. But at this stage, most of the ADV customers that are having problems are getting the whole kit, so we only have to remove this. Okay, now we're going to replace our new lid with the new LCM. So basically, it's all the wires of colour to colour go together, so it's pretty straightforward. Or plug size. So this one here, we're going to use plug size. It's a black to green, black to black. It's a one size plug, can't go anywhere else. This one here is the only way this one can go. We'll do all these colourful ones, yellow to yellow, blue to blue, green to green. Okay. So then we've got this one here. It's what is it? 6, 7 terminals. There's only one place it can go. It just goes in, clips into the board there. This one here, it's 6 terminals, I think, but again, there's only one place it can go, and that's there. So now, all right, now up this end we've got 2 plugs to go in. One is the light bar on the front foot pad, and the other one is the sensor for your front foot pad. Now the sensor, it goes into the middle one of these 3, and it says sensor on it, so you just clip that one in. The light bar on the front pad there, it goes into what would be the upper right hand side one. It's got WS218 or something on it there. That one goes into there. Nothing goes into this last bottom one. However, the one in the middle here, this way, is our power on-off switch. We'll plug that one in now. Let's take the shortest route possible because it's a bit stretched, this one. Press him in there. So that's all the wires up that end. Down this end, we've got 2 here. That's for our front and rear lights. Now the front light is LED 1, so it just clips straight on there. And the rear light, which is in 2 pieces, plugs in LED 2. Okay, so that's it. Now we will close the lid up. I'm not going to connect my power right now. Before you connect it up, make sure that your Bluetooth aerial is stuck onto the rear of the box here. I'm not going to worry about mine now. Some people don't worry at all about them. They just let them float around. But when I do close this up, I will be sticking it to the back of the box just so that it's not floating around inside. So that's pretty much it. Close your box up and you should be right to go.